I'm Justin Rye, and I play for the UBC Thunderbirds. I grew up playing hockey in Surrey, British Columbia. I spent my minor hockey in North Shore Winter Club. And then I ended up playing junior B out for Richmond Sockeyes, where I then moved to the BCHL and played 3 seasons for the Prince George Spruce Kings. I was able to attain a scholarship to the University of Maine, and now I play for the University of British Columbia Thunderbirds. I thought the BCHL was a great league for players who wanted to develop. I think it was a league in which was highly skilled and forced a lot of people to also develop a full 200-foot game. I think it definitely helped me realize the defensive end as well. I had a good coach up there and a good organization in which they enforced not only offensive, which the league is known for, but also developing fully to move on to the next level for guys who want to get drafted and for guys who want to get scholarships and stuff like that. So I think over my 3 years, each year, I kind of added a new component to my game, and the league and the coaching staff are definitely a reason for that. For me, I felt like I would benefit more from the years of developing and stuff like that. I think that the college route provides maybe a little bit longer window for you to develop, and I think I chose the right path for me. And I think that the 3 years in the BCHL, instead of worrying about trying to play pro after, knowing that I had out in which I can get my education and go the NCAA route was huge for me, and that's kind of the route I took, and I'm glad I did. The least favorite part was the grueling part of it, how long it took. I mean, for a school to commit to, it's called a commitment for a reason. It's a 4-year commitment. They want to know everything about you. They want to know what type of player you are, how you carry yourself, and how you do academically, and all those types of things. And because of that, it can turn into a grueling process. You're talking to multiple schools, and you're trying to play hockey at the same time. You're traveling lots and things like that. But I mean, once you start doing it, I think you get used to it, and I think that you realize that it's all about hockey and it's all about how your play is on the ice, and the rest will take care of itself. So for me, it took me 3 years to attain the scholarship, but I was glad that I attained the one that I wanted to. I mean, I think that growing up playing hockey, I think a lot of hockey players develop the multitasking. Going through high school and playing hockey, unless you go to a hockey school in which they cope both together, a lot of student athletes end up having to do in high school, where they're managing school and hockey. For me, it's mostly just planning out my day, planning out how far in advance I need to study and how far in advance I need to do my homework and things like that. Setting up timetables, which the university helps you with. They provide academic counselors and stuff, and just seeing them, and pretty much just staying on top of things. If you stay on top of things, the academic and the athletics parts of it kind of take care of themselves. But if you let it get away from you, that's when you can get yourself in some trouble. I mean, as a hockey player and as a person, I think that hockey teaches you a lot of things about your academics, about your life kind of thing, especially at the university level. You realize that it's not just about hockey, it's also about the academic side and planning your future. So my whole hockey career, I've looked at it to have no regrets. Just put your best foot forward and not worry about it too much, and just keep working. And because of that, I've had highs and I've had lows, just like any hockey player. And I think if you work as hard as you can, I don't think there is anything to really regret, because if you regret things, then you're looking back in the past and you can't move forward. So it's actually funny. I have 2 younger cousins who are growing up too in hockey, and for them, my biggest advice is just have fun. For the young kids, like, who are really young, they're in their 7 and 8. For them, I think hockey's become very serious. The Canadian market is something that's huge in hockey, and especially in Lower Mainland here. everybody wants their kids to be really successful, but I mean, the only way kids are successful is if they have a passion for the sport, right? So there's a reason why guys end up going pro or playing in a major junior or NCAA, and it's because they've had a passion since they've been a kid, and they keep that fire lit throughout the whole thing. And for guys who are in juniors trying to move on to the next level, I think that's the biggest thing, is realize what got you there, the fire that helped you get up at 5 in the morning and go to practices, and the fire that makes you, sacrifice so much to play the sport. I think throughout a grueling season of juniors, I think people get caught up a lot in where they are now, and instead of all the fun it took for them to have the fire that they have to get where they are now. So. They were huge, actually. They were Cliff was able to reach out to schools and pretty much put my best foot forward. They're somebody who believes in me as a player and stuff, and I believe they found the best fit for me, education-wise and player-wise. I think throughout the whole process, which was also something that took time and was gradual, they were consistently in talks with me and in talks with schools. They put in the work throughout the whole process, and I can't thank them enough for everything they did for me. I think the biggest thing is throughout hockey, you're involved with the team, and when you're on a team, that's your main focus. And every now and then, as a player, you're trying to take the leap to the next level, and I think that's where an advisor and things like that are really beneficial. There's something that keep you on track for your hockey career as well, and not just where you're playing at the time, because as hockey players we're raised to be all about team first and that mentality, and the advisors are the same. They know the team aspect of it, but at the same time they look out for your best interests and help you move forward, and I think that's what they've done for me, and they've been really important to my hockey progress as a player and as a person. So just keeping me on the right track and keeping my head straight throughout the full seasons, as there's many ups and downs and things like that. They've been there the whole way. So for a junior hockey player, a lot of times players don't feel like they need an advisor and stuff like that, and they feel like, if they play well enough, they can just attain a scholarship on their own. I think that getting an advisor was one of the better things I've done, and I think that they've been able to help me, and not only in the past, but helping you progress as a hockey player is the biggest thing. There's a reason why guys make these levels, is because they keep getting better, and there's a reason why guys go to the NHL from juniors and things like that, is because they progress more than the other players do. So I think advisors are really good, and they can help every player do that.